Welcome back to This Week in India Science, brought to you by Nature India. I'm Subhra Priyadarshini. Now, here's something that you might not expect. The death of one bacterium can actually help other bacteria become stronger and even more resistant to antibiotics. A new study from the Indian Institute of Science has found that when Myxococcus xanthus, a slimy soil dwelling bacterial predator, dies and breaks apart, it releases compounds that help antibiotic resistant bacteria thrive. And this happens even when there are no antibiotics around. So, antibiotic resistance isn't just a human made problem caused by pollution or overuse of medicines. Turns out natural microbial ecosystems, even in pristine environments, can also fuel resistance.
If natural predatory cycles can help maintain or spread resistance genes in the environment, then even untouched soils, far from human activity, could become hotspots for antibiotic resistance.
That is Samay Pandey, an evolutionary biologist who led the study. Pandey says this is a wake up call to adopt One Health approach that considers humans, animals, and ecosystems together in tackling antimicrobial resistance. You can read the full story on Nature India. Ever wonder why some people get sick more often than others? Or why some are more vulnerable to things like autoimmune diseases or osteoporosis? Now, an international team of researchers may have found a clue. They have just built the first ever immune cell atlas for Asian populations, and what they discovered is fascinating. Called AIDA, short for Asian Immune Diversity Atlas. This massive study looked at over 1 million immune cells from 619 healthy people across India, Japan, South Korea, Thailand, and Singapore. Here's what they found. Indian individuals had fewer natural killer cells, which are crucial for fighting viruses and cancer, but more naive B cells, which help respond to new infections. They also saw clear sex differences. Women had more B cells, while men had more NK cells, and tracked how our immune systems decline with age. And perhaps most importantly, they identified gene variants that are common in Asian populations but rare elsewhere. That could explain why responses to diseases and to treatments can vary so widely. The hope is that this data will guide future therapies for TB, dengue, HIV, autoimmune diseases, and even cancer. So, if you thought the immune system worked the same for everyone, AIDA, the Atlas, says otherwise. Now imagine uncovering a 23 million year old fossil and realizing it changes everything we knew or we thought we knew about India's forests. That's exactly what happened when paleobotanists discovered a fossilized leaf in Assam's Makum coal fields. It's from an ancient cousin of Nothopegia, a plant today only found in the southern western Ghats. Now, what does that mean? It suggests that millions of years ago, a lush evergreen forest, a sort of green highway, once stretched all the way from the northeast to the south of India. Species could move freely across the subcontinent until climate shifts and the rise of the Himalayas broke up that corridor. Lead scientist Gaurav Srivastava says this fossil helps explain how species now locked into the Western Ghats may have once roamed far beyond.
This fossil captures a snapshot of a lost tropical corridor that allowed species to move freely across India and mingle.
It's a window into deep time, he says, and a stark reminder that the biodiversity we see today has survived huge upheavals, but may not survive the pace of climate change we are facing now. Read all about it on Nature India. And finally, hope on the horizon for a deadly blood cancer. Scientists in Ahmedabad have developed a brand new compound that could offer a safer, more targeted treatment for acute myeloid leukemia or AML. The team created a series of hybrid organic molecules, no heavy metals, no light required, by linking two chemical structures, quinosaline and adamantane. One compound called 3J stood out. It not only blocked cancer cells from dividing but also triggered them to self destruct, all without harming healthy cells or other types of cancer. Lead researcher Dinesh Kumar says this could be the start of a new, less toxic therapy for AML patients and possibly a powerful companion to existing treatments. That was this week. Stay updated with the latest in India Science. This is Subhra Priyadarshini, and you were listening to This Week in India Science on the Nature India podcast.